Metro TV, 1 minute, please. Welcome to the regular scheduled meeting for Government Oversight Accountability. I am the chairperson, Councilwoman Donna Purvis, and I'm joined by my co-chair, Councilman Anthony Piaggiatini. We're joined in chambers by Councilman Liniger, Councilman JJ, we're joined virtually by Councilwoman McCraney and Councilman Kramer. Clerk, could you please read the disclaimer?
This meeting is being held pursuant to KRS 61.826 and Council Rule 5A, read in full.
Our first piece of business is legislation, and it is an ordinance section amending sections 30.34, 30.35, 30.36, 30.37, 30.38, 30.42, and 30.45 of the Louisville Metro Code of Ordinances related to the Office of Internal Audit. I need a motion. Properly motioned. Who we have here to speak on this?
You're good. Good afternoon. I'm Jacqueline Lewis, the Director of the Office of Internal Audit. The amendment before you is to revise the legislation establishing the Office of Internal Audit for us to adhere to a single set of auditing standards. We currently adhere to both the global internal audit standards and the governmental standards, and we're proposing to move forward with just the governmental auditing standards so that we can more closely align with our peers and then also to promote efficiencies within our office. There are some other minor updates included within the language that includes regarding the development of our audit plans, changing the language from a 1 to 5 year plan to a short and long-term plan. And then lastly, updating the language regarding financial impact statements. As we do not prepare the financial impact statements, we review those statements.
So in making the changes that would impact the financial impact statement, can you tell us what we have now and what it will become if these changes are approved?
Yes, so it would not impact, for the previous financial impact statements that we prepared, we did one for your request this year, I believe. With that financial impact statement, it wouldn't change the process because the department will work with OMB to prepare the form, the financial impact statement form. We will receive that form and we will validate the information on that form. So we will verify the expenses, the changes, we'll meet with OMB, meet with the departments to verify that the numbers are accurate and that there's not any missed costs or savings.
Okay. Are there any questions? Councilman Liniger?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So it seems that this is mostly just cleaning up some administrative questions. There are no truly substantive changes here outside of perhaps the schedule.
I would say the only substantive change would be the change from moving from one set of auditing standards, or from two sets of auditing standards to a single auditing standard. And that really, those standards are very closely aligned. There are some differences between the two, but we wouldn't diminish any of the services that we currently offer with the changes. This will just allow us to have a more streamlined policy and procedure where we link to a single set of standards. And then also this year was kind of unique because both of those sets of standards were updated. So that will just reduce a lot of the kind of record keeping that we have to do with updating things to ensure that we align with both sets of standards. But everything else is essentially just updating because most of that hasn't been updated since 2003.
Yeah, thank you.
Councilman Piacettini?
Councilman Lininger got to what I was going to get at. And just to clarify one thing, you say instead of 1 and 5 year, short-term and long-term, can you describe in more detail exactly what you mean there?
Yes, we actually do a little bit more than that. Our 1 year audit plan that we prepare is actually about 18 months worth of work. So our annual audit plan, we usually have some run over where we don't complete all of those audits during the fiscal year. We'll start those, but we're not able to complete all of those. So it usually takes us about half of the next fiscal year to fully complete one of those audit plans. And then we also prepare an on the horizon audit plan. So that's basically if we get additional resources or if we're able to finish audits faster, we kind of have a pipeline already of potential audits that we can start. Again, the plan can be impacted by requests that we receive, whether that's from council or from the administration.
Councilman Kramer?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I know also that we've added commissions. It looks like we're adding commissions into this so that we can audit commissions as well?
Yes, so I think in the past, that was just all lumped into the boards, but the way that the boards and commissions are structured, they're kind of called boards and commissions, so that was the reasoning for that edit there, to encompass that and state that explicitly.
It doesn't really change anything, it just makes it clear that that's our intent.
Right.
Thank you.
If there aren't any other questions, we are ready to take a roll call vote on this.
Committee Member McCraney.
Yes.
Chair Purvis, you have 6 yes votes.
Thank you. This will go to the consent calendar. All right. Our second item on the agenda is the appointment of Dr. William Porter to the Air Pollution Control District Board, term expiring December 31st, 2026. Can I have a motion?
Second.
Ms. Jackson?
Hi, Althea Jackson from Mayor Greenberg's office. We are asking for the approval of Dr. Porter. The Air Pollution Control Board is a regulatory authority for air pollution control in Louisville Metro, Jefferson County. Board members are private citizens. The members are appointed by the mayor and approved by Metro Council. The board adopts regulations, orders, and resolutions as needed to control the air pollution. There are 7 members on this board. Members serve a 3-year term. Dr. Porter is replacing someone who resigned. Dr. Porter is a physician with the Baptist Health Medical Group. He is an independent out of Metro Council 16. He has his MD from the Chicago Medical School at Rosalind Franklin University. He has an MPH from the College of Public Health, UK, has a BS in biology from Hampton. He is in chambers to speak with you and introduce himself to you.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Welcome.
Thank you. William Porter, nice meeting you. Thanks for the opportunity to allow me to come here and introduce myself and be considered for the position on the Air Pollution Control Board. That means a lot to me, so thank you.
At some point in time, I would love to talk with you regarding air pollution, especially Rubbertown. So I just hope I don't forget
I
to
welcome
follow up
it.
with you in the future and have a discussion with you.
Absolutely.
Does anyone have any questions? Councilman Leniger?
Thank you, Madam Chair. If I may ask, do you have any particular concerns about air quality in Louisville or environmental hazards? What's drawn you to this work?
So with a background in public health, really anything that impacts health on a population base interests me. As a Louisville native, West Louisville and, air pollution concerns from the residents of West Louisville have always interested me. But I know that air pollution concerns, they impact the entire city. And so, as a Louisvillian, it's not just one particular area of town, it's really all of us, that it really interests me. It's a learning thing for me, it's a service opportunity for me, so that's really what it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll just say just a statement really, but your resume is very impressive. And I think it's excellent to have somebody with a public health background thinking about air quality control. So thank you very much for your desire to serve your community in this way, above and beyond how you already serve your community through your work at Baptist. But again, thank you very much. Appreciate you being on this. And I think that perspective will be a unique one related to APCD. So thanks very much.
Thanks so much for the consideration.
Appreciate it.
If there aren't any other questions, we're ready to vote on Dr. Porter. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposition? The ayes have it. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
So again, I'll follow up with you next week, or they will know next week, and I probably won't get the type of Thank you so much.
The next appointment is the appointment of Christine Snyder to the Code Enforcement Board. Term expires February the 9th, 2026. I need a motion. Motion. Second, properly moved. Ms. Jackson.
So, the Code Enforcement Board shall have jurisdiction to issue remedial orders and impose civil fines as a method of enforcing a local government ordinance when a violation of that ordinance has been classified as a civil offense. There are 5 members on this board. They serve a 3-year term. Ms. Schneider was going to join the meeting tonight, but it doesn't appear, maybe she had a conflict last minute. But at any rate, we are asking to move forward with this appointment. She is replacing a member that resigned. Ms. Schneider is a retiree from the United States Postal Service. She is out of Metro Council 3. She is very excited about the opportunity to serve, and we would like to move forward with her.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Quick question. Who was the current board member that resigned? Whose place?
Rebecca Reed.
Rebecca Reed, okay. And you said that it's only 5 members on the board?
It can be 5 to 7.
5 to 7, okay. Is there, and I think this will put us at 5, correct? Is there, and I'm truly asking this off the cuff, is there a reason why we don't move to 7?
Well, we would like to. We're just trying to get people that has the time to serve. So yes, if we, so they kept it at 5 for a long time just because there weren't a lot of hearings, I believe, that was coming in front of them, and I may have that wrong. And then they asked to, then it increased to 7, just to have that option and extra people. But yes, we can move it to 7. We can appoint or nominate, I guess I should say, 2 additional people.
If you don't mind, I'd ask if the administration consider it. It's increasingly an important board for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is code enforcement has gotten more active, and I think that's a good thing, right? Director Price is doing a great job, but by more activity, what we've also seen is more appeals coming in front of the board. And, by having 7, if 1 or 2 couldn't show, right, we have a little more flexibility and a little more voice from the community and all this. And I was looking at applicants. There are some in here that have applied somewhat recently, but at the same time, if you run into problems, let us know and we'll try to get more applicants as well.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, I think it'd be good to, unless there's a reason not to move to 7.
No, there's not.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. But no objection to this candidate. She seems well qualified. Thank you.
Madam Chair, if I may.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I just would like to dovetail with Councilman Piagentini's comments. I think the more we can do to invigorate, I won't say reinvigorate, but probably invigorate's the right language, this particular board, the better. It is this board that so many of the violations of ordinances that we write would be sent. And the reason we did that is because that allows the fines to be paid directly to or through the Code Enforcement Board instead of going into the courts. Everything that goes to the courts, any fines that are levied, that money goes into the courts and very often ends up in Frankfurt, and we sometimes see a result and usually not. But everything that goes to the Code Enforcement Board, whatever fines are levied, they go through that board, that revenue stays here. It stays with. So the more active and ready that board is, the better for us in terms of holding people accountable, first of all, which is the most important thing, but then also making sure that as we hold them accountable, that revenue stays here. So again, I concur with Councilman Piagentini. If we could do whatever we can to get this board functioning as efficiently as possible. That would be, I think, a step in the right direction.
I'll
Thank you.
definitely get on it.
Are there any other questions? Okay. We're ready to take a vote on this applicant. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposition? The ayes have it. Thank you. Our next appointment is the appointment of Andrew Llewellyn, I'm so sorry, to the Louisville Downtown Management District Board. Term expires October 30th, 2028. I need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Ms. Jackson?
So the Louisville Downtown Management Board, there can be no more than 45 members on this board, while they don't want 45 members. Yeah, it's a big board, but we don't have nowhere near 45 on it, but the ordinance states that you can have up to 45. So the way that these appointments or nominations come through our office is the executive committee of the board nominates the individual for membership and submits names to the mayor for appointment. Members serve a 3-year term. At least 2/3 of the total board members shall be property owners, or they have prescribed seats. So they either have to be property owners or representatives, property owners or representative. They can be retail, owner of retail or residential property, office building, parking facility, owner or operator of a restaurant or food services facility, or owner or operator of a hotel and lodging facility. Andrew Llewellyn is filling the vacancy for property owner/rep. He is out of District 11. He has a wide range of experiences, as his resume will show. He is actually in the chambers, and he will introduce himself to you and answer any questions that you may have.
I'm Andrew. Thanks for having me this evening, and appreciate you considering this appointment, and happy to answer any questions you guys might have.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Madam Chair. Didn't want to jump in front of anybody. Thank you very much for your willingness to serve. Appreciate it. Do you still have the ice cream and waffle business?
Oh, unfortunately, I don't. That was a fun business. I don't know if you ever joined us at Legendary, but that was a fun couple of years, and I greatly missed the kids that worked for me and the smiles we put on customers' faces, but glad to be out of the restaurant industry.
Yeah, that's a tough business, but that's a fun niche of it. So,
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much for your service. I will say, for Ms. Jackson, this is a board that I do not recommend or request that we expand it to the full amount. So, I just wanted to be clear about the two boards there. So, thank you, Madam Chair.
Any other questions? Councilman Laniger?
Thank you,
Andrew,
And I don't know if this is more appropriate for Althea or the county attorney. Is this a hotelier seat? Okay.
It's the property owner.
Okay. And so the property in Shelby Park, that goes all the way down into the downtown management district? It's not a different property?
Excuse me. Yes, so this is I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
So yes, he manages others as well. So he's a rep of property owners. But he does own the building. You still own the building at 1201 South Shelby? Is that the address?
1236.
1236 South Shelby. He does own that one.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Madam Chair, if I may,
Yes, sir.
as the councilman for District 11, I just want to say thank you, Mr. Llewellyn, for stepping forward to serve. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'd like to acknowledge we've been joined virtually by Councilwoman Hawkins. If there aren't any other questions, I think we're ready to vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
Any opposition? The ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next appointment is the appointment of Anita Magruder to the Waste Management District 109 Board. Term expires June 22nd, 2027. I need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Thank you. Ms. Jackson?
So the Waste Management Board has 7 members on this board. Per the statute, 1 seat is for a waste industry rep. 1 seat is for the Jefferson County League of Cities. 1 seat is for the Urban Service District, which is what we're filling today. The other one is an at-large member in an unincorporated area. The other one is District A, District B, and District C. These members serve 2 years. We are asking, again, to fill this Urban Service District seat. The appointment of Ms. Anita Magruder. She's at a District 4. She is an HR professional, has her Master's of Science in Business and Communications. She is interested in serving to represent the Urban Service District and to learn more about waste management. She is here in Chambers to introduce herself.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Anita Magruder, and I just thank each of you actually for the opportunity to be appointed to the Urban Services District and to answer any questions that you may have. No, I'm kidding.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your willingness to serve in this capacity. Maybe a request, and I make this of all the nominees to the 109 board. It's an incredibly important board, and glad that you're going to be representing the Urban Services District on it. There's been a lot of conversation at the 109 board, which I'm sure you'll get up to speed on once you're appointed, about their influence and authority, particularly in suburban, unincorporated areas, right? So in some of the suburban areas, you have trash collection will be handled by a suburban city or an HOA, but then there's people that don't live in an HOA and don't live in a suburban city, and they have to contract individually with trash collection. And the 109 board is considering a more efficient way to help those residents, which I think is a good idea. What I would just advocate for here as you're thinking about it and working with the 109 board is to also be cognizant of continue and not to infringe on the HOAs and suburban cities' rights to then manage their own contracts, right? We just want to make sure, I've heard a lot from those organizations about their concerns that the 109 board may create rules that then trump their ability to have their own contracts, and they want to still manage that. So, but we do want to solve the problem of the people in the unincorporated areas who are paying just an incredible amount of money for trash collection, and it's done very inefficiently. So, looking forward to seeing your service here, and glad to answer any questions once you're appointed. If you have anything, follow up with me in my office. I would love to work with you on it.
Okay, so you're talking about fair equity across the board?
Yes.
And being considerate to the HOAs?
Correct, yeah, considerate to the suburban cities and HOAs to make sure that if they want to manage their own agreements, that they still have the right to do that.
Okay, understood.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions?
Madam Chair?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. It's Councilman Kramer. I just want to, I don't know what clarifies the right language. Councilman Piagentini might not like before I didn't use that language, but I happen to live personally in an unincorporated area of Jefferson County that does not have a homeowners association and is not in a suburban city. I do not consider myself in a situation where it's a terribly unfair reality I would just ask that anyone who serves on this board, and like Councilman Piagentini, I've spoken up before, anyone who serves on this board, especially someone who is coming at this from an urban service district perspective, please be aware that the experiences of those who live in the urban service district are very different than for those of us who live outside the urban service district. Our neighborhoods don't look like your neighborhoods, and when I say that, what I mean is literally, my neighborhood doesn't have 90-degree turns. If you come into my neighborhood, the street I live on actually goes up and bends around. It becomes another street. There's another street that comes kind of in where the curve is. We're not laid out in a plat format. And so garbage collection in a plat format requires a completely different attitude, approach, thought process, whatever language you want me to use. And so the idea that you could take what works in the urban service district and just move it into the unincorporated areas of Jefferson County, I think is a mistake. I also think it's a mistake to say to a person, an individual like myself, who has an opportunity to contract with whomever I want, that I no longer have choices. So as you get into the board and as you guys start looking at things, please, from my perspective, don't allow this to be described to you as a question of equity or fairness or making sure everybody gets the same service, because my experience is not everyone wants the same service and people are willing to pay for the differences. I said to a person that the previous appointee to this board, I reminded them that I don't live in Indian Hills. In Indian Hills, the garbage collection company actually gets off the truck, walks up the driveway, opens the gate, grabs the garbage can, and takes it down to the street. I don't want that kind of service. If they do and they want to pay for it, I'm all for it, right? But I don't want to pay for that service. What I don't want is someone else coming in and saying, hey, this works in Councilman Kramer's neighborhood. You roll your cart out to the street, you get one big cart, you get one recycling cart, that's all you need. Well, there are folks in town who want something different. And I think the 109 board, I would really appreciate the 109 board taking into consideration that we still have very different approaches to needs across this community. And I don't think one size fits all. And I really would appreciate serious deliberation instead of just moving forward and saying, well, this is the most efficient or the cost effective or, whatever language you want to use. So anyway, I know there's a lot of work to be done. I don't want to tell you how to vote, but please be aware that there are multiples of sides to this story and be aware of what's being presented. Thank you.
Thank you for your insight on that.
If there aren't any other comments or questions, we're ready for a vote.
Madam Chair, I had something.
I'm sorry.
I said, Madam Chair, I had something. I don't know if you
I'm
see my
sorry.
hand. Can you not hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I said, I had my hand raised.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Thanks for being here today. I want to echo off my colleague, Councilman Kramer. I do agree with that. I would definitely hope that you would take into consideration looking at it from a different set of lenses, just giving everyone their own opportunity to choose, who and what they would want to have. So I just wanted to echo, behind him. Looking forward to working with you as well.
Likewise.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, we're ready to take a vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? The ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you.
The last item on the agenda today is the reappointment of Gina Harris to the Housing Authority Board. Term expires August 15th, 2028. I need a motion.
I thought we were waiting on that one until November. You guys, the last time.
I'm sorry.
She was going to come in person. You guys wanted her to come in person. And I told you she had surgery, and you said
You're
no,
right.
that it would be okay for November. And so that's what I told her, November the 18th. That's
You're
what
right.
you guys.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Do we need a motion to hold, or can the chair just hold?
It hasn't been polled, so.
Okay, we need a motion.
Actually, this is Sonia Harwood, the clerk. If you've already made a motion, you can just withdraw your motion.
No one's motion.
No one's motioned it, so,
All right, then
okay.
it can just be held.
Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, that concludes our meeting. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.